Welcome to another Sci-Fi Ship Controller tutorial. Today we're talking about smart mines in Expansion Pack 1.
Watch out, mines!
If you've played games like Star Wars Outlaws, you'll have seen space mines before. On the General tab, we find the Smart Arm and Detonate options, which I'll discuss a bit later. The Proximity Collider is used to detect ships or missile targets nearby. If you set the fuse duration to 0, the mine will explode the moment it is armed. If the mine is badly damaged by collision or weapon fire, you can say make it explode or be disarmed. Once the mine is armed, it will attempt to detect targets in the proximity zone. Reducing the detection chance will give ships an opportunity to not trigger the mine, but if they stay too long in the detection zone, things won't go well for them. Speed and intensity can be varied with a curve. Smart Arm will automatically arm the mine when a target moves into the detection zone. With Smart Detonate, the mine will only detonate if the targets are still within the detection zone. When a ship is detected in a zone, it will trigger the mine. Once the fuse runs out, it will detonate. We can test that in the editor. To make the mine flash when it has been triggered, we can either use a standard shader inbuilt in or our custom shader for URP and HDRP. Here we have the mine set up for URP and HDRP. This uses our custom shader. We can adjust the flashing speed to suit our tastes. We can also use variable speed and audio pitch to give a sense of danger. Mines can take and inflict damage. When taking damage, we can use damage multipliers like on ships. In this case, Type D projectiles and laser beams would do minimal damage to the mine, and Type F would do no damage at all. When the mine is destroyed or explodes, our prefab would instantiate. Typically, this would be pulled using SSC Manager in the scene. We can make our mine have some resistance to collisions, so that if a ship barely scrapes the mine, not much damage is done. Remember, we can take different actions when no health is reached. Notice that we can set the damage range separately to the proximity sphere collider radius. We can also modify the damage curve based on how close other objects are to it when it explodes. Anything with a damage receiver within range will receive damage. This includes friendly ships, so look out if you're in the blast radius. The Identification tab helps determine who is friend and foe in the proximity zone. There is an option to hide mines from radar until they are armed, increasing the element of surprise. The Targets tab determines what happens when ships and missiles are within the proximity zone. When armed, the mine looks here for rules on who can trigger the mine to start the detonation countdown. If you've used the SSC radar before, the include and exclude array should look familiar. You can hook up your own game code methods to get notifications too. There are also various callbacks which you can subscribe to. Check out the manual for a full list of our mine APIs.
Watch out, mines.